everyone receives is a reflection of us. It's not laziness, it's just not progression. Explain. I wrote down during my time of absence from my phone, and I want to explain the meaning of it's not laziness, it's just not progression. So I'm going to read to you what I wrote. It's probably the best way to put it. So the meaning is that when we fall back into comfort habits, we are not activating our higher selves or our best versions of ourselves. But why is that? Well, for me, when I looked at this answer or question, I used the example of using my phone too much. And I asked myself this question and I responded as my thoughts took me to enjoyment, a sensory vibe of pleasure or satisfaction. So by using my phone, this was the vibe I was getting. And it turns out that parts of me to which were unhealed, all from using my phone too much. There are parts of myself that are unhealed. Those parts are being felt lonely. Not alone, don't get me wrong, lonely. The absence of your partner, your soulmate, your soul family. The absence of touch and connection, even communication, just verbal discussions. So that comfort factor is what I was craving, for something wholesome. Which makes me think about what they did when they test on the chimpanzees. And they test with a wire mother and a terry cloth one, to which time the chimpanzees spent more time with. Not in favor of tests, but what this one showed by Harry Harlem or someone like that. I think it was Harry Harlow, I believe. And it points to the fact that the comfort and the warmth is what is needed. What is needed the most. If you see, even though the wire mother had the food, it was that loving warmth, touch that was needed the most. So what if it was this, that somehow you could create this energy, this frequency or controlled emotion? This is the point here where the mind can go two ways of thinking. Is it down the rabbit hole of conspiracy? Using technology to transmit and trigger certain emotions and frequencies? Or does one simply see this as another event of overcoming their inner self, feeling lonely? You heal your inner child. You heal your inner self by love and appreciation, acknowledgement, and understanding. It wouldn't matter if they have the ability to. There is so much that the people in charge have done and lied about it, have hidden it, secrecy. It isn't about how many anymore and how much. It's about understanding that they have done and that it is possible, but then not putting your attention upon it. So you see, if you're using a device for comfort, for a feeling of wholesome, then we are looking in the wrong locations. For when we stand up in our true divine selves and honor that moment and that feeling and use it to evolve ourselves. And that, my friends, is true success. So yeah, that is what is meant by it's not laziness, it's just not progression. Now I wrote that pretty much like how it was said. But I'd like to just clarify a few things in terms of ease for the mind. We can get attached so much to things. My story with the phone, about using it too much. This was that thing. I found that I was using my phone no matter what it was for, whether it was aimless scrolling or looking at friends, these sorts of things. It doesn't matter. The TikToks, the YouTubes, the Instagrams. But I was putting energy because I was using it to look for comfort within myself. That wholesomeness, because that is what I was doing. So